Ghostlore is an incredible game that you should be getting your hands on as soon as possible. This action RPG takes heavy inspiration from Diablo and other games of that genre, and honestly, for an action RPG, it doesn't get better than this for the price of $20. Every single map in this game is procedurally generated. There is no guide videos of where to find the treasure chest or where to find the right secret item, because everything is constantly created every single time, which makes an amazing level of difficulty to the game. Especially because revisiting old areas doesn't actually help because it's always a randomly generated map. First things first, I have got to talk about the visuals because this game is beautiful. It is a pixel-based game, but my god, the visuals in this game are just incredible. I have had an amazing experience just watching fire dancing or watching enemies spawn in and the world evolve around me as I discover more of the map. Even the visual effects of abilities in this game is amazing. Again, all pixel-based, but the artist did a really good job of doing all the renditions properly. But you don't care about graphics, you care about gameplay, and this game has such great gameplay involved in it. If you've ever played Diablo or any of those style games, you know what the gameplay is like. First of all, the loot is randomly generated for your level, which makes all the loot that you get pretty impressive when you get to the actual rarity side of things. The combat is action-oriented, you can dodge and you can do basic attacks, and as a class you actually have abilities that your class has. You don't have very many abilities. I was quite surprised at that until I dug deeper into the game and found out that at levels 15 and 30 you get a second and third class, which is amazing because it makes so much replayability, so much mixing and matching. Speaking of combat, there are 6 weapon types that you can use. You can have a kris, you can have a bow and arrow, parangs, which are kind of like machetes, like giant cleaver blades, kukris, spears, and finally talismans. And talismans are my favorite weapon because they deal multiple blows in one hit. Now, what makes this game really unique is the fact that you have a glyph system. What the glyphs do is they give you bonuses, whether it's the melee damage, health, skill damage, accuracy, avoidance, whatever it is, the glyphs build. And there's also compound glyphs that will link a bunch of glyphs together that will give you more skills based on that alone. It gives you basic bonuses that enhance as time goes on as you get higher level glyphs. While the game does feature shops, it's probably worth noting that you can get better items in the wild in terms of weapons or gear or glyphs. However, if you want to stock up on potions before you go for a run, you're more than welcome to do that. And honestly, it's kind of encouraged at the higher levels as enemies get more and more difficult to fight. All in all, I have been absolutely loving my time in Ghostlore, and I can't wait to see how the rest of the story progresses and the skills that I can get and the multiple classes that I can do to mix and match. Personally, I want as much of an army as possible because I love the Sentinel class that actually summons creatures. If you like the video and you want to see more content, in fact, Thursday we're going to be having a guide for this video showing a great build. So if you haven't already, hit the sub button, hit the like button, I will see you Thursday.